On News Talk 710 KURV every Friday around this time, we have a chance to speak with Mom and check what's new at the movie theater. And a remake of a Disney classic, Pete's Dragon, is up first. Movie Mom Nell Minow joining us on 710 KURV. How you doing, Mom?
I am doing just great. Lots to talk about this week. Starting with, as you said, Pete's Dragon. Now, you might remember the original had the animated dragon with a live-action boy and the Helen Reddy song, Candle on the Water. In this version, they have gotten rid of the original story, which I have to say doesn't hold up that well, and they've gotten rid of the music, and they've just kept the idea of the boy named Pete and the dragon, who is his best friend named Elliot. The dragon, of course, this time is CGI. He's furry rather than scaly, and when Pete jumps on Elliot's back and they go soaring over the forest, it is genuinely thrilling. It's an enchanting story. Robert Redford is magnificent in this film. He is just wonderful as a guy who loves to tell stories about dragons that nobody believes. And I thought it was very touching, very well done. I would say 7 or 8 and up, maybe.
Well, that's pretty good. You know, for a minute there, I thought a very wrinkled Robert Redford was going to be the dragon in the movie. He plays a different role.
No.
So you liked it. It's good for the kids, then, right?
Yeah, it is good for the kids. 7 or 8 and up. You know, it's 3D, and Pete loses his parents early in the movie, so I wouldn't take the littlest kids to that. But yeah, I think it's one of the best family films of the year.
I know we've touched on this before, and I forgot, Mom. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not like your favorite son, Tim, over here. I forget a lot of stuff. 3D. What age do you normally recommend 3D for the kids?
I normally do not recommend 3D for anybody under 5. I think it's just too overwhelming an experience, and I've seen too many kids just freak out over it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so the Cartoon Generation now produces a Potty Mouth Sausage Party. What is that?
Yeah, Sausage Party, number one thing for me to make clear about that, this one should be rated NC-40, okay? This has got the kind of material in it that if it were a live-action film, would definitely be rated NC-17. It is a movie about items in a grocery store who all come alive, mostly food, not entirely food. So that includes hot dogs and buns. And if you don't think that leads to many zucchini, sexual situations, then you have not been paying attention to the fact that it's a Seth Rogen movie. So
I was just going to say, yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, hard to talk about without getting you guys in trouble with the FCC. I will just say that this movie has got a lot of sex, a lot of food sex, but it's still sex, a lot of some violence, some discussion of religion and existentialism, and of course drugs as well. So be warned.
Is it worth going to? Is it worth anything?
You know, it's not my kind of humor. I don't automatically think it's funny to see a cartoon character doing drugs. Or having sex. There were a couple of funny moments to me. It felt like it was written by about 6 different people, and maybe one of them I thought was funny. So it does start off with a hilarious musical number written by one of Disney's favorite composers, kind of a parody of Be Our Guest.
So you know how it is. Mom said no, and all the dudes in the studio probably going to
the movie I'm dying to talk to you about is the one I told you about last week. It's called Hell or High Water. Yeah. It takes place in Texas. It was filmed in West Texas, written by a guy from Texas, but the director is from Scotland. So.
And Captain Kirk is in the movie. Woohoo! Yeah.
Captain Kirk is in the movie. Chris Pine, who is outstanding. Everybody in it is outstanding. Jeff Bridges plays a Texas Ranger. And some of the film was made in, I think it's called Archer City, which is where The Last Picture Show was filmed. So he's returning 45 years later to the same city that he filmed in when he was just a kid. It is a story that I thought was just outstanding. The guy I interviewed Taylor Sheridan, who wrote the film and who is a Texan, and he said, I love the place I'm from. I wanted to do it justice. And so the movie addresses all of the big issues from, land use, race, guns, economic inequality, family, but it addresses them all in such a thoughtful, sincere, humane way, not taking a position for or against, just saying, here's what we have, let's talk about it.
Yep. Oh, really? So bank robbing, not so bad, if you consider everything else.
It depends. So you got bank robbers and you got the Texas Ranger trying to find them, but you'll see, the movie is fair to all sides.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Captain Kirk is innocent. If it's Chris Pine robbing a bank, he didn't do it.
Chris Pine is awesome in this.
He didn't do it, yeah. Hey, did you see the new Star Wars trailer, Mom? Did you see it last night?
Yeah. I'm super excited. Rogue One. It looks like it is going to be amazing. It looks like maybe we're going to get a little Darth Vader action.
All right. Good.
Okay, so listen, I have to tell you also, we've got the Meryl Streep movie this week, Florence Foster Jenkins. It is absolutely terrific, one of her best performances ever, which means one of the best performances by anybody ever. Oh. And the true story of a woman who loved music, had all the money in the world, and just couldn't hit a note to save her life.
You know, I the audio turned off in my head when she said Meryl Streep. Freddie, is Mom still with us? Okay, she's still there. Okay. And let's go to DVD and Blu-ray for the weekend. What you got?
All right, we've got Tom Hanks in a good one, Hologram for the King. And next week, we have huge stuff happening. We've got the new Ben-Hur with the insanely handsome Jack Houston. We've got War Dogs, the true story of two young guys who insanely made a $300 million contract to sell weapons to the Pentagon, and like nothing's going to go wrong with that.
Right.
And we also have one of my favorite films of the year, Kubo and the Two Strings. Can't wait to tell you about it.
Yeah, Fred and I couldn't figure out why Ben-Hur talks like this. It almost sounds like Batman. I have a raspy voice. Why does he have to talk like this all the time?
He's not going to talk like that. He's going to talk like an English guy.
Mom, have a wonderful weekend.
Okay. Love ya.
Love you too, Mom.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Movie Mom, Nell Minow. See, I tell Mom love you, see, but you always hesitate with stuff like that. And you're her favorite son. That's Movie Mom, Nell Minow.
It's just a given. We don't have to say it.
Movie Mom, Nell Minow on 710 KURV.